Hi y'all, I'm Allison. We're back to play another round of the Halloween edition of Just Spin It. And this time we are playing for one of my viewers, Phenexrose. So we're going to give the wheel 6 spins. It'll give us a number, lead us to a prompt, and I will be picking 2 books for every prompt. One from my library and one from Phenexrose's. So we're not going to waste any time at all. We're going to be doing a 6 spins unless the game decides otherwise. And if you hear crinkling, that's Lily playing with her candy corn. Let me get that from her and we can get started. I'm always taking away her toys, but she only grabs them when I turn on the camera. All right. Oh, one last thing before we start. We are implementing the new rule. So if it lands in between 2 numbers, if it's like right smack in the middle, instead of combining the prompts for a book, we will respin for a trick or treat up top. So we're going to try that one again. All right, Phenexrose, are you ready? Hope we can find you some good books, especially since you're in a bit of a reading slump. So I'm going to be focusing on lighter books, a little bit easier reads that will hopefully end this reading slump. Okay, let's spin. Okay, I just realized when I did that, we did get number 4, but I need to replace number 5, which is what I ended my game on last time. So let's replace that first, and then we'll pull number 4. Let's put up a cat. A cozy mystery. That would be perfect. But we got to get number 5 for that. Okay, we need a number 4. Got this haunted house, and it is dead in title. Okay, I'm sure there are plenty of books with that. Let me find one in my library. I can go to Storygraph and search. I don't have to scour. I'll be right back. Okay, for the first one, I found a middle grade that is in my library, and you also have it on your October list. This is City of the Dead, which is book 1 in The Haunting of Derek Stone. This also has Bayou Dogs, which is book 2. I read this, I believe it was last Halloween, and I really enjoyed it. There's 4 books. It's good historical fiction. So Derek has lived in New Orleans his whole life with his dad and his brother. He's a little overweight and can't hear well out of his left ear. Oh, and he's on the run from the dead because we've got zombies in this one. So he never imagined that the dead could be anything but dead. But there's no denying it. They're back and they're after him. He just doesn't know why. So it's like a mystery, and I really enjoyed this. And Phenexrose, I think it'll be right up your alley. I think you'll like it. From yours, I found Fortune Favors the Dead by Stephen Spotwood. This is a historical fiction mystery LGBTQ. And I'm assuming it's a cozy mystery based on the cover. Let me see what it's about. Okay, it happens in the 1940s. It's supposed to have a snappy sense of humor and with the really good elements of a noir novel. So, you know, the investigators were those 40s. Loved those. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Apparently Lillian is a private investigator, and due to her scoliosis, she can't take on the cases like she was able to do before. And after Willa Jean saved her or helped her, she has decided to try to bring Will into the business to help her out. And these 2 ladies are going to be solving a case. This looks like a really intriguing one. It is the beginning of a series. So there's the one from your library. Okay, let's replace it and spin. We've got the skull, the Grim Reaper. He's probably waiting to make an appearance in my Sims game, which I will be playing. Might be the next video. If not, it will be the one after that. I still have to decorate. All right, are we ready? Oh, I thought you were going to get to go trick-or-treating. 21. I think it was your birthday on the 18th. Everybody be sure to wish Phenexrose a happy early birthday, because it is their birthday month this month. I'm so jealous. That would be so fun to have an October birthday. All right. Oh, back to the task at hand, and we need our prompt, number 21. You've got a hand coming out of the ground. Zombies. Darn it. I just should have done City of the Dead for that. Let me think of another zombie book. Here's the, if I can get it so where you can see the image. I don't have a lot of zombies. I mean, what you could do the second book, which is actually books 3 and 4, Red House and the Ghost Road. Although this one might be more ghost than zombie. Never mind. I know, a really creepy, I think it's YA. Because if it's middle grade, then the author is just kind of mean. Because it gets pretty gory and creepy and scary. And that is The Enemy by Chuck Higson. This is another one that I've read, and I absolutely loved it. It's very dark, and yeah, but it's good. If you want zombies, this is great zombie one. We've got some kind of like end of the world apocalypse scene happened, and this takes place in London, and the kids are all that is left to society because apparently adults turn into zombies and they are trying to eat the children. So the kids are trying to make their way through London to find a safe haven. Really good, dark, and definitely scary and creepy and all of it. And I'm hoping to continue on with that series this Halloween. I've read the first 2 books, I believe. Let me see what I can find in yours. I haven't had any luck finding zombie ones in yours because I'm going by the title and the cover, and nothing is obviously a zombie. And I have a sinking suspicion you probably don't have any anyway, because I know you prefer like magic and witches and ghost stories and those type. I don't think zombies are necessarily your thing. So I'm just going to give you a couple of suggestions from my library as well. We'll throw in a couple extras. And my books are everywhere. So A Whole New World. This is by Liz Braswell. This is a retelling of Aladdin. There is a zombie element in it, so I would say it counts. It was really good. I did enjoy it. It follows the movie pretty much, I'd say, at least to the halfway point, but it adds in new scenes and things, and then it kind of deviates a little bit, and I did enjoy it. The other one would be The Summoning by Kelly Armstrong. So we have Chloe, who is going through some troubles. Things are happening to her. She ends up in a reform rehab house, the Lyle house. And it turns out, nothing's as it seems there. So there might just be something else going on with the other teenagers there, because Chloe has some new powers that she's trying to come to terms with, and she has a feeling that the other residents at Lyle House probably have something going on with them as well. And again, there is a zombie element, but this one is more witchcraft and magic and that kind of stuff. And look at those. Maybe one of those will work for you. Okay, let's replace it and continue on. Let's put up this pumpkin. A gothic book. That one's as wide open as you can get. All right, third spin. Are you ready, Phenexrose? Number 20. You get a candy corn TBR jar. I don't have to think on this one. Okay, let me get the pumpkin and find out what book you get. Here we go. This is all like mysteries, thrillers, horror, supernatural, anything that could be Halloween-ish. And let's see, we've got this orange one. Ludwig Conspiracy. I think this might be one that I have on my Nook. Let me go look it up. Ooh, okay. So this is a historical thriller, and I can see why I got it. This was a real Bavarian king. Ludwig II, the fairy-tale Bavarian king, is remembered today for his castles. In fact, the Disney castle was inspired by one of Ludwig's. He had 4. So apparently King Ludwig was declared insane or mad without even being seen by the doctors. There's a whole bunch of controversy and everything surrounding his death. And the book is actually about a diary that is found. There's a codex, and they have to use modern computer technology combined with the archaic text from Ludwig's day to crack this mystery. And it looks really good. I forgot all about this book. It came out, I think, 2008. Yeah, so the encoded diary falls into the hands of a rare bookseller in modern age. So, yeah. Anyway, that is what my TBR jar said you should read. And I will leave it up to you to randomize whichever list you prefer, because I know you gave me, your Halloween, October, and your Kindle and everything. So if you want to randomly pick one, then go for it. Let's see. We need to replace. Thanks to all the doubles I had to do with my game, I'm down to like all of cats and pumpkins, except for we've got one more little bat, and it is vampires. Okay, so this would be, wow, are we on spin 4 already? Okay, Phenexrose, are you ready? Oh, that, my friend, is right in the middle of 6 and 7. So that means you are going trick-or-treating. I don't have to force it. So I'm going to spin again, and we're just going to be using the ones up top. I hope you get a good one. Number 19, so that's going to put us 15 and 19, number 4, because we just keep cycling and cycling. So you get this candy, and it is trick, respin, and +1. So you now have 7 books, and we got to respin again. So, and I think it's supposed to be that I'm respinning for candy, because once I'm up there, I'm supposed to, I never can remember how that's supposed to go. I set this up so long ago when the game was still brand new. Okay, so, oh, I shouldn't have looked. You know what? It's okay because I'm done playing this. So I'm going to put this up, but I'm not showing you what it is. Okay, so let's say that we're respinning for your candy. So let's spin for up there again. Number 5. Treat. You can swap anything. So if you don't like one of yours, you can swap it. And I don't have the ability to do that for you. So here's what we'll do. If you don't like one of your prompts, swap it for one that I spent. You can swap it for one that I spun in my version. So there we go. So if you want to knock one out, like maybe the zombies, then you can steal one of my prompts. Okay. That worked out good. And we're going to put the boo up there on the top in case you get more candy. And we still have to add a +1. So we are on, that was number 4, and now we're going to 7. So here's number 5. Number 3. You get the black cat. Urban legend. I remember putting this on the board going, how am I going to find a book with an urban legend? So much. I think I was thinking of movies when I did these, and there's a ton of movies that are easy to find. But urban legend books. I'm going to have to search for this. I'm going to come back to that puppy. I almost forgot the urban legends. So yeah, this one apparently I wasn't thinking too well when I did this prompt because I couldn't find anything in my library other than the Skeleton Creek series. I love these. They are part book, epistolary format, and a video. You go online to watch the video clips because there are two main characters, Ryan and Sarah, I believe. Ryan does everything in his journal, his portion of the book, and then Sarah is a budding videographer. So all of her stuff is done in video format. The series, the first two, Skeleton Creek and Ghost in the Machine, are more of a haunted setting in their town that the two are investigating. And then when you move to books 3 and 4, it kind of changes tones because Sarah goes on a road trip and she was reporting on all the haunted places in America, which is really cool. But it really is two separate duologies with the same characters. That's so you could just do, yeah, the Crossbones. This is about a secret society. And she goes all across U.S. tracking down these haunted locations. So those would be urban legends probably. And then I wasn't sure if you've got one hidden in yours, but I looked it up. There's one that I think I'm going to have to put on my wish list. Mary, the Summoning by Hilary Manahan. And this is based on Bloody Mary, you know, where you would go in the mirror and say her name 3 times and it would cause her to manifest the ghost. So that book is based on the Bloody Mary legend. So I think I'm going to have to add that to my wish list because that sounds like a really fun read. This one came out in 2012. So, okay, there. I found 2 for urban legend, and I am going to retire that prompt because I don't have anything. But I'm going to have to remember that when I'm out shopping. Which, do y'all know of any books that are, you know, on the urban legends that we have? Like Chupacabra, I guess. The Hitchhiker with the hook on the door, you know, when they're driving. And all of those good stories that have just been told over and over. All right. Back to what we were doing. Let's replace it. Let's go with this cat. Spider on the cover. Okay, so that was number 5. So are you ready? Because here's number 6. Okay, so we have to do number 1 first, and then you get to go trick-or-treating again. This will be your 3rd time. You're going to need like a big bucket of, you know, a pumpkin or something to put all this in. Okay, you got this spider. Can you see it? There we go. A castle on the cover. The game is almost making fun of us because, you know, I just picked a book. Ludwig was the last one that I chose, and I had a castle on it. In the first one, at the beginning, what was it? I picked something and the next prompt would have been perfect for that. So, okay, I gotta find another one with a castle. Let me see what I can find. Okay, this is in both of our lists, and I was so excited when I saw it in yours. Lockwood & Co. Screaming a Staircase. We got a castle. I love this series. I'm up to book 5. Again, this is another one in London. Ghosts are everywhere, but they are not moving on. And children 18 and below are the only ones who are able to see them. Adults can feel their presence, but they can't, you know, detect them. So the children are like the police for the ghosts, and they go out and deal with haunted houses and locations and bring these ghosts back to heal and try and release them into the afterlife. Really great series. Perfect for Halloween. So I highly recommend The Screaming Staircase. This was the first book in Lockwood & Co. So let me look through yours and see if I can find another castle. Okay, awesome. Mina and the Slayers. This is a young adult horror. It is part 2 in a series that you have already started. And I've seen that book pop up like in more than one tag. So you definitely are excited to read it. So I suggest that you continue on with that series. And I need to look into this one because it looks like it could be a fun time. Part 2 is happening in New Orleans in 1995. And Mina is having a killer Halloween. So, perfect. And I don't want to spoil anything, so we're going to leave it at that. I found one, and it didn't take an hour. Okay, so we are on... Oh, we got to spin for your trick or treat. After we replace number 1. Let's go with this Happy Pumpkin. A black cover. That should be easy. Thanks to my love of fantasy books, I think half of my library has a black cover. Okay, let's spin for up top. Going trick-or-treating again. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, wait, no, it's okay, because we're just doing the number 1. You don't get... The star doesn't count on that. Okay. So, what do we do? We're going for the candy. Literally, because it's the candy corn and treat. You get to buy a book. This is perfect because I know you said that your friend, who's an author, the 3rd book in her series is coming out in October, and you're going to be reading over the weekend for your birthday. So you can buy her 3rd book when it comes out. And the series is the Idun trilogy, and it starts with Tower of Dogs. And the author is H.H. Miller. I'm going to go look and see what it's about so I can tell y'all, and maybe everybody can check it out. Support an independent author. So this is an epic fantasy. So after a great winter has plagued the world for centuries, the elementals are driven out of existence. But it looks like they may be returning, and the people aren't necessarily happy about this because they're going to be bringing powers with them. Those who succumb to their innate powers are feared and labeled as berserkers and are driven out. They become outcasts. But the berserkers fight back because their strength is growing as winter edges further north towards Idun. In this world, we have Rome and his younger sister, Sparrow. They are trying to flee the city and make it to the sanctuary in time, but they get separated. The sister, Sparrow, is adopted into an elite, prominent household, and her brother, Rome, is torn between trying to locate his sister or to embrace his life and try and create a life amongst the brothers. So it sounds like it could be really intriguing. I might have to check that out. Okay, moving right along, I have to figure out what I was doing. That was a treat, was buy a book. And I am out of treats. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to renumber from 2. That'll become 1, and we'll just cycle between 4. Should make sense if we end up there again, as long as I remember what I'm supposed to do. Okay, we did. I don't know where I'm at. Trick and respin. Treat was a swap. Was buy a book. Was a treat. So this was a treat up top to buy a book. And I forget where I was. Okay, I didn't have to spin that again because we were going for up top only. And I think what we were doing was doing this one. So we just go back to spinning. Yeah, I have no idea what number we're on. This is a lot. It doesn't look like it, but trying to find a book, remembering what the book is about, describing it to y'all, keeping track of where you're at, trying to remember what's... It gets so, by the time I'm done, my brain is just like, so. All right. I think we're supposed to be spinning for the next to the last. Let's just spin and find out. Number 13, my favorite, which is the spider web, and it is a knife on cover. Actually, I have quite a few of those. I'm gonna say Killers of a Certain Age. This is one of my most anticipated, by Deanna Rayborn. This is elderly characters, and they were once assassins. They've retired, but word on the street is that I guess their old agency is gunning for them, and they're going to be trying to eliminate the assassins themselves. So they are going to come out of retirement to take care of those who are chasing after them. And I cannot wait to read this one. So here is a knife on the cover. So let me go look and see what you have in your library. Okay, I tried to look for something shorter, but I couldn't find one. So I am going with Moons, Magic, and Mystery. This is an anthology of short stories. So it's like 776 pages. But you could do what I was hoping to do, or am still hoping to do. I've got a collection of short ghost stories, and I'm hoping to read one every day. So this might be fun if you read one of these stories every day through the month of October. So there's a knife. I found a knife. Okay. I think we still need one more spin. So we're going to do it. Let's get another pumpkin or cat, because that's all we got left. Let's do this scaredy cat. Possession. Ghost. Yeah, next year we will have all new Halloween graphics. All right, Phenexrose, are you ready? Number 20. Didn't we get that? We did. Vampires. Okay, so you need a book with vampires. Okay, I'm going to recommend Darkness Before Dawn. And I bet y'all haven't heard of this one. By J.A. London. Like I said, I had this on my Nook, and it came out in 2012. So there has been a war between the vampires and the humans. It's been going on for, I think, like 30 years or something like that. So the vampires are definitely known in society. They're not hiding and lurking and everything. And they are the ones in control. So our main girl, Dawn Montgomery, she becomes ambassador between the humans and the vampires, and she has to go to this old Gothic castle and meet with the head of the vampires, and set up the terms and everything. I really enjoy it. It is dark. It is different. Vampires are definitely the bad guys, and I loved it. And there's like a train, and so it might be worth checking this one out. I think it's a hidden gem that not only you, Phenexrose, but anybody else, if you're looking for a different take on vampires. These are not the sympathetic, oh, he's so dreamy kind of vampires. These are the ones that you don't want anything to do with. It is, however, YA, and it is good. There is a little bit of a romance, if I remember. It's been a while. I read this one in 2021. Yes, spring of 2021. So I need to find a vampire from yours. I know I saw some. I knew I saw one. Vampire on the Orient Express by Shane Caro. So it's Paris, 1914, and they're going from France to Constantinople. So we have American adventurer Sam Carter and British diplomat Lucas Avery. And they're going to be on the train going to Constantinople. It's supposed to take 3 days and 3 nights. But it turns out there might be more on that train than the regular passengers. And they may never make it to Constantinople. So that looks good. I'm assuming that's going to be a play on Agatha Christie, but maybe not, because this is horror. But maybe it is because it's a horror mystery. So you'll have to let me know if that one's good. I think it's only like 184 pages. Not even 135 pages. All right, Phenexrose, I think I did all of your spins. I got a little confused towards the end, so hopefully I didn't add more than we needed. And if I did, it just gives you more options. So I hope you come out of your reading slump and have a wonderful birthday, my friend. And now, if y'all want to see more TBR games, and then be sure and subscribe because I am still going to play Spookopoly-thon and The Sims TBR game to pick more books for me to read in October. I wish everybody a spooky season, and I hope you find the perfect book for this month. I'll see you soon. Bye.